When people train in mindfulness, what we see is the brain patterns changing. One thing that happens, for example, is the insula, which is a part of the neocortex.
Somewhere or another, every one of us has encountered the term mindfulness, but what exactly does it imply neurologically speaking? Being in the here and now is a great source of strength. Meditation entails paying attention only to the present moment. Not stressing about the future and making the most of now is the key. There are still many gaps in the understanding that scientists have regarding what takes place in the brain when we engage in activities such as mindfulness or meditation. Because there's still so much more that we do not fully understand about the brain, our current understanding is just the tip of the iceberg. To start with, let's understand what is mindfulness first. Mindfulness is a mental state characterized by paying attention to the current moment with curiosity, openness, and acceptance. It is a method for instructing the mind to become more centered, peaceful, and non-judgmental through practice. Meditation, specific breathing exercises, and mindful movement practices like yoga and Tai Chi are all examples of techniques that can be used to cultivate mindfulness. At its most fundamental level, mindfulness entails paying attention to and actively participating in the here and now without judging or otherwise being distracted by external stimuli. This can entail paying attention to not only one's thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations, but also to the surroundings that one is in. Individuals can develop better resilience and well-being by cultivating this level of awareness, which also helps them minimize stress and anxiety, acquire greater insight into their thoughts and emotions, and improve their overall state of well-being. There are many different ways in which mindfulness practices can be incorporated into day-to-day life, such as pausing for a brief period of time to concentrate on the breath, participating in exercises that emphasize mindful movement, or merely taking note of the sights, sounds, and sensations that are occurring in the here and now. The more one practices mindfulness, the more natural and intuitive it will become as a part of one's everyday routine, and this will ultimately lead to increased inner calm, happiness, and joy. Talking about mindfulness advantages,
and I was better able to handle difficult situations, and that indeed I was feeling more compassionate and open-hearted towards other people, and I was better able to see things from other people's point of view.
Research has provided abundant evidence of the positive effects that practicing mindfulness can have. When Jon Kabat-Zinn developed the curriculum that would later become the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction or MBSR program at the University of Massachusetts Medical Center in 1979, this marked the beginning of formal inquiries into mindfulness in the Western world. Kabat-Zinn integrated the mindfulness practices and Buddhist ideas he had gained from his various teachers with the knowledge he had gained from his study of Hatha Yoga. Since then, there has been an explosion of studies into MBSR and general mindfulness, and the advantages have been found to be numerous, which includes enhancing cognitive abilities, lowering feelings of stress, anxiety, and depression while also delaying the aging of the brain, enhancing one's sense of well-being as a means of aiding in the treatment of pain, efforts aimed at bettering the lives of people who are coping with chronic diseases, enhancing brain health while also reducing the effects of aging on the brain. A trusted source of first-time mediators who underwent 40 days of training in mindfulness meditation had significant changes in brain structure, including gray matter volume and cortical thickness, that were linked with lower depression scores when compared with non-meditators. These changes were linked with lower depression scores. A study conducted in 2020 on 50 long-term meditators, ranging in age from 24 to 77, found significantly lower rates of annual brain tissue loss in meditators, particularly in regions of the brain that have been shown to play a role in the regulation of mood, the processing of nervous system information, and the integration of emotional and cognitive states. According to the findings of the study, the results give further evidence to the increasing hypothesis that meditation may reduce the effects of aging on the brain. So now let's talk about anxiety.
Anxiety is just a fancy word for fear. And let's remember that fear is a pretty basic and normal human emotion.
Based on the participants' own self-reports, a study conducted in 2019 discovered that MBSR was successful at improving participants' overall well-being, as well as reducing perceived stress and increasing job satisfaction in the workplace. A study published in 2020 indicated that mindfulness-based stress reduction was more effective than other treatments at alleviating anxiety symptoms in young individuals. However, the length of therapy was found to be an essential component. According to the findings of a study that was published in 2020, including mindfulness and meditation practices throughout the pandemic was a more cost-effective strategy to alleviate anxiety. The research also found that the benefits of mindfulness and meditation can be experienced by persons of varying ages and levels of physical and mental capability. It was the first meta-analysis to show that regular mindfulness practice is effective for anxiety and depression, even without being integrated into a larger treatment framework, according to a review that was published in 2018. Managing pain and illness while improving the overall quality of life. A study published in 2019 found that persons diagnosed with cancer could benefit from mindfulness therapies in numerous ways, including decreasing anxiety, also decreasing pain, enhancing overall quality of life, and decreasing levels of weariness. A reduction in cachexia, which is the loss of both fat and muscle in the later stages of the disease, and alleviation from digestive issues. Alleviating symptoms of sleep disorders, and boosting immunological response to giving support to carers. According to the findings of the analysis, practicing mindfulness may even aid in the prevention of cancer by elevating levels of the hormone melatonin, which is known to possess anti-cancer qualities. Mindfulness can be practiced in a variety of straightforward ways. Such instances include: watch what you're doing. In today's fast-paced world, it can be challenging to find the time to stop, breathe, and really take in what's going on around you. You should make an effort to give each of your senses, including taste, smell, sight, and touch, some time to explore the environment around you. For instance, when you eat one of your favorite foods, make sure to savor the aroma, the flavor, and the full experience of eating it. Focus on the here and now. Make it a point to approach whatever you do with an intention that is consciously open, accepting, and discerning. Discover happiness in life's little pleasures. Simply accept who you are. Take care of yourself in the same manner that you would a close friend. Pay attention to how you are breathing. When you find yourself having negative thoughts, it can be helpful to take a moment to sit down, breathe deeply, and close your eyes. Pay attention to the movement of your breath as it enters and exits your body. Sitting still and focusing on one's breathing for even just a minute might be beneficial. You could also try practicing mindfulness through activities that are more structured, such as meditation involves scanning the entire body. Position yourself so that you're lying on your back with your legs outstretched and your arms by your sides with your hands facing up. Put your attention, one area at a time, and do it in a methodical and slow manner, moving from your toes to your head or your head to your toes. Be conscious of any feelings, ideas, or sensations that are related to each individual portion of your body. Meditation is practiced while seated. You can place your feet level on the floor, maintain a straight back, and place your hands on your lap for maximum comfort. Focus on the sensation of air entering and leaving your body as you inhale and exhale through your nose. If you find that your meditation is being disrupted by bodily sensations or thoughts, simply take notice of what is happening and then direct your attention back to your breathing. Meditation while on foot. Pick a spot that's 10 to 20 feet long, somewhere calm, and start walking slowly there. Put your attention on the sensation of walking, being conscious of the feelings you get when standing, and the small motions that help you maintain your equilibrium. When you reach the end of your route, you should make a U-turn and continue walking while keeping an awareness of the sensations you are experiencing. When should you practice mindfulness activities, and how often should you do so? Well, it's dependent on the specific mindfulness activity that you intend to perform. Practicing simple meditation techniques can be done at any time and in any location. According to research, one of the most helpful ways to stimulate your senses is to do so outside. To engage in more structured forms of mindfulness practices, such as sitting meditation or body scan meditation, you will need to schedule blocks of uninterrupted time during which you can be still and free from distractions or interruptions. You could find it beneficial to perform this kind of workout first thing in the morning before you start your typical activities for the day. Strive to engage in daily mindfulness practices for approximately 3/4 of a year. After some period of time, you can discover that practicing mindfulness is no longer difficult for you. Consider it as a commitment to rekindling your relationship with yourself and tending to your needs. That's all for the video today. We'll be right back with more videos like this in our channel, Victorious Visions. And yeah, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.